That's right. You can't stop the reserve list. It doesn't stop here. It just keeps going and going. Kind of like that bunny beating the drums, right? It's coming up next. Hey guys, welcome back. MTG Moxman here. And if you're new to my channel, smash that subscribe button, join in the fun, and thanks for checking out my content today. Hope you had a blast when you were here with me. Of course, you can leave any questions, comments, concerns in the section below. I'll be happy to get back to you. My email's listed there as well as my P.O. box. Looking forward to talking to people, and smash that button, man. Smash that subscribe button, join in the fun. We're going to 5,000 subscribers. We're going to have cake. We're going to have a party, man. It's going to be epic. Can't wait to see you guys there. So the reserve list, as we know it today, is a whole new beast than it was a year ago. We have millions of dollars funneled into this piece of Magic's history. These cards aren't coming back. They're part of history now. Even the worst cards are worth money, and it's just showing with what people believe in when they see the reserve list. So let's take a look first at Elephant Graveyard. Now remember, a lot of these old lands don't really have drawbacks. Elephant Graveyard's no different. It taps for colorless, fine, but it also can regenerate elephants or mammoths. Now at $400 Canadian, $345 in the EU, $340 in the USA. People, if you're somewhere in the European Union or you're somewhere overseas like that, you might just want to buy it in Canada. It will cost you a lot less money to get it shipped over there. I've taken some looks. There's a lot of Canadian retailers and US retailers who will ship overseas. It's an amazing card though, and it's had, the sales are slow on it, about one every week and a half or so, but there's not a lot of product on the market. Remember, anything Arabian Nights will be a little skimpier to find, especially in good condition, because it had the smallest print run in Magic's history, right? It's the smallest little run of cards. So for an expansion set, it was pretty tiny in comparison to a lot of the older sets that came out later. So Elephant Graveyard's rocking. I can see why people want it, especially with all the mammoths and elephants they put out nowadays. All right. The Ring-a-Maroof. Now, I've covered this a few times. I have a few copies myself. It's one of my favorite old Arabian Nights cards, okay? But what gets me is I bought my copies in December for $71 with shipping each. So I paid like $210 for 3 of them. Look at the price now. $200 Canadian, $150 in the USA, $190 in the EU. Now, it has stable prices, but also stable sales, where I'm seeing it a couple a week. Okay, there's a couple of BGS ones up there. They're taking longer to sell, obviously, because the price is so much more. But when you just see a regular copy beat up, kind of okay played, lightly played, those are moving quite well with no problems. The slab copies, they're only wanted by collectors. Most collectors already have their high-end copy of this card and are not seeking out these, so they're just sitting on the market looking pretty. Guys, it was an amazing card back in the day. It's been errated a few times to change how the wording goes, but it was just such a fun card to play with. It's always going to have a soft spot for me. So Ring-a-Maroof's awesome. All right. We know the Magic historian got one given to him, right? Like, it's amazing. Okay. That kind of stuff, you just go, Magic's history coming out. Great card, especially if you're trying to collect a set. Now, Thanos' Coffin. Now, I bought my last copy of this for $85 when I bought my last copy. Okay. When I look at it nowadays and you see steady sales, a couple a week, it's got $300 Canadian, so it costs a pretty penny. $250 in the US, $150 in EU, which means all those markets kind of line up to where they should be to buy this product. The US has a slight edge, but it's a desirable card in a lot of formats, okay? It's a good card, and it was underrated for so long that people just kind of missed out, right? Now, Christopher Rush is no longer with us. Even as a history part of an artist who created these kind of beautiful pieces of artwork, you got to remember, it's hard to find this stuff now, right? So cards like Antiquities, again, don't have a huge print run. This will become rarer and rarer to get, and the price is going to keep going. This is going to hit $1,000, okay? There's no doubt in my mind. It's going there. So if you don't have one yet, don't wait too long, or you will regret it, okay? You will regret it. I know those regrets. Another one of my personal favorites of all time is our Gibson Archeologist. Now, Rudy at Alpha Investment says the same type of thing. He was like, I love this card. We used to bring back Chaos Orb and just bring them back and bring them back and bring them back. But the funny thing was, we didn't notice the little thing where it says tap. So we just paid 2 white to bring them back. So for like a year and a half of me using them, I would just keep bringing them back. And then we found out you couldn't. Because, Colin thing, we thought you could just keep doing it. Then we saw it says tap. But still, he's still widely used. He's used in a lot of older formats. He's an amazing guy. He still brings back my Chaos Orb to this day. in my deck. He still likes to tap, bring back that chaotic sphere that I can torture people with. It's awesome. And of course, at $2.75 Canadian, which I remember buying them for $40. My one copy of my spreadsheet says $5. All right, in 2008, $5. Now, when you see $2.75 Canadian, then we see $1.90 in the USA, $1.50 in the EU. You have to realize the sales are steady. This sells every day for really beat up copies for people who's trying to get their own little sets. And again, creatures I always find tend to go a little bit slower than a lot of the artifacts, spells, and stuff, okay? So to see him at this level already, I can see him reaching $500. It may take a while, but he's going to get there because he's a smart little guy. He went to school. He knows what he's doing. Not like me. I didn't go to Magic University. Didn't make it through a semester. Now, Transmute Artifact. Epic card, and I still don't own this card yet, okay? This is not one of the ones I sought out and went after. Now, Antiquities card, of course, 2 blue to cast it, and the fact that you can just switch an artifact in your deck for an artifact in play, put that in your graveyard, is amazing. Underrated for years. I remember this card being like 80, 90 bucks. I'm like, I don't really need it for anything, so I'm not going to buy it. What a regret I have now. Looking back going, oh. But it's okay, because you know what? When one door opens, one door closes, another one opens. That's the one. Now, it's Saturday. We're chilling out, man. At $3.90 US, $3.90 Canadian, that's quite a bit of money. $3.45 in the US, $2.75 in the EU. And again, the sales are steady on this. It's just trucking along quite nicely along multiple formats and playfields. This has a few people looking for it here in Toronto. I see some stores have the buy list up for it, as well as on wish lists, okay? So I know this card is being looked for people. They want it, and from what I understand, they want near mint copies. So it's probably collectors or people who just want the best of the best, right? Great card. Another one that will be on my hit list at some point. Okay, I've always liked Field of Dreams. I liked it back in the day. It was a one-casting enchantment. I think her name is Kaja, did the artwork for this, and she's done other artworks I've liked in the past. But it's a good card, okay? It's an enchant world. You're from Legends. Always liked it. Now, again, I didn't like it at 90 bucks. Okay, I didn't want to pay the money. Now it's like 250 Canadian, okay? 220 in the US, 110 EU. By the way, that all kind of matches up nicely. And the sales are strong. Multiple copies every other day. Great sales, great card. I can see why people are going after it. So it has playability. It has uses, unlike just the pretty artwork on it. Okay, for an old card. So it has all of that and a bag of chips going for it. Love it. Gonna get that one. If you don't have one, get it now before it goes to $1,000. You'll regret it in 5 years. And our last card. I know, the last card of the day. It's gonna be Elvish Farmer. This one should not be here. Okay. It shouldn't be here. It was not my planned card. $5 Canadian, $4 in the US, $2.50 in the EU. All matches strong, but the sales are strong. Somebody's buying these up, and from what I can tell, it's one person is buying multiple copies, and there's another person out there who is buying play sets. Not the same person. I can track it through a couple of the platforms I follow, and it's the same person. So whoever these few people are, they are buying this card. Okay, I mentioned it on yesterday's video, Elvish Farmer. You gotta remember, it is an elf. Okay, it's a 0/2, so it's still kind of a blocking wall, but it makes those spores. And if you find ways of making the tokens appear faster, or if they ever bring back Thalids, this could be a real card, a real issue for people, which I can see why people may be trying to corner a few extra copies from Fallen Empires on this particular card. At this price, if it goes 10, 15, 20 bucks, and you have 100 copies, you just made a really tidy return. So that does not get by me. I let my people know this card is still a really good price. Thalids are definitely something Wizards could bring back later on. So it might be a card you want to pick up a playset or two of while you have the chance. $5 is not a big investment for this particular card to try to grab it. So thought I would let you guys know. So I hope you're having your coffee. Hope you're chilling on Saturday, walking your dog, listening to me as you walk along. Maybe you're just getting changed, coming out of the shower, and you're like, ooh, the Moxman's in the ear. But I'm glad I was there with you guys for a Saturday. Have a great day today. Looking forward to seeing you guys on Sunday for the live stream. We will kick it back and have a great time. Thanks a lot for tuning in. See you guys then. I know. Elvish Farmer. You can't get by me. I'm telling you guys. Sometimes you just want to praise everyone. And sometimes you think about Fatboy Slim. Other times I think maybe a little Necronomicon action.
But either way, every day, patrons are just awesome.
Hey guys, you know, I can't really change the sub count from Friday to Saturday because I don't know what actually happened there. So I can't do anything about it. So we're going to open a pack of cons. Little con action. Oh yeah, a little bit of fun. Maybe we'll get something cool. Let's get right to the uncommons here. Oh, here we go. We got a Mistfire Weaver. That one is a Tamir Charm. I actually had a Charm deck, by the way, that like annihilated like one guy only. Then we've got the beautiful Dragon's Eye Savants. 0/6 with Morph. And are we going to get lucky? Is this fetch land? No, it is the Ghostfire Blade, which, by the way, was a pretty good equipment. 1 to give 2/2, 3 to equip. But if you put on a colorless creature, it costs 2 less, so it's pretty quick. And there's a foil, I think. Oh, a foil Utter End. I actually invested in these, and they went absolutely nowhere. I only bought 8 copies, though. So, there we go. A couple of cool cards. Thanks a lot for chilling out with me, guys. And remember, Necronomicon Ex Mortis, the Book of the Dead.